Hello, everybody, and welcome to a quick lesson on how to read the notes on the staff. So, I'm going to be grading you in Recorder Karate as much on the instrument as your music reading abilities. And there is a lot of information in on the pages of your Recorder Karate music. I will also be reviewing this in class, but I only see you once a week for 20 minutes, and this is a great reminder that you can go back to anytime. So when I'm saying notes, I'm also meaning pitch. So notes and pitch are kind of synonyms for the same thing, how high or how low the sound is. And there's a pattern to every instrument. So for instance, on the recorder, as I'm lifting fingers, I'm going up in pitch, I'm going up in notes. As I'm adding fingers, I'm going down, and you can try that out. I'm going to start with this one, which is one that we'll learn later, but to learn the pattern of the note names really quick, I'm going to use the piano because it's a visual instrument. The piano has all these different keys, each one with its own name, and it has a visual pattern of 2 black keys and then 3 black keys, and then 2 black keys and 3 black keys, and so on. 2, 3, 2, 3. That just helps the pianists know which note is where. So between our top two of a group of 3, so here's our group of 3, here's the top 2 because from the piano, from left to right, it goes from low to high. And from right to left, it's high to low. So here's our group of 3, the top 2, and between those is the note A. And you're welcome to Google it. Check me. I promise that this one is an A. And from left to right, we just follow the alphabet. Makes it really easy. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then, have you ever heard a musician say, "Can you play me the note M?" Or, "Can you go over to that instrument over there and play a Z for me?" Those notes don't exist because, notice our group of 3, the top 2, here's an A. Here's another group of 3, our top 2. That's an A again. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. B, C, D, E, F, G, A. B, C. It just keeps on repeating. We only have 7 notes in our musical alphabet. Makes it pretty easy. And there's a joke, musicians only know 7 letters and can only count to 4. We'll get to that later, but the musical alphabet, kind of true. We only use those 7 notes. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Those are the only 7 notes we use. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. However, you may have noticed that I didn't use any of the black keys yet. And those ones are a little bit different. So if here's our A, then here's the black note next to it. That's definitely not a B, because here was A, B. Here's A, something else. These black notes we call the sharps and the flats. So they're only a half step away from any of the notes next to them. Whereas this would be considered a whole step. A to B. So this would be A and then A sharp. So sharps make you go a little bit higher, just a little bit. And then a flat makes it go just a little bit lower. So A sharp, A flat. And if we go down here, we've got A sharp. So we won't get to sharps and flats very much on recorder, but there will be a little bit. So just so you kind of understand the difference sharp or a flat makes, it makes it go sharp a little bit higher and flat a little bit lower. Now, if it were something like the C, which is right below the group of 2, or if you count up A, B, C, here's our C. Notice it doesn't have a black key left of it or lower. So C flat is just the same as a B. C flat. That would also be a half step. And even though it doesn't look the same as A flat, or any of the others. All right, now to put this on the staff. Here we have the staff. So ignoring all this right now, we'll get to that in a second. The musical staff is just these 5 lines. And in between each line, there is a space. So it goes line, space, line, space, line, space, line, space, line. And where a note is on the staff tells you what note it is. So if there's a line right here, or sorry, a note head right here, so most notes are made out of a note head and then a stem. So you've seen that look before. There's only one type of note that doesn't have a stem. It's called a whole note, but it also has a note head. The note head is where the pitch is, or the note tells you what note to play. So this one is on the line, this one is in the space. If it's on the line goes through it. And then, like we said, 5 lines. In between each line is a space. Got a song that helps us remember it, as well as what note goes where. So remember, we've got the different note names, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And then we start again, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So here is the staff song. Our staff has lines as well as spaces. We can count them one by one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. In between them, 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. E, G, B, D, F. These are the lines. So these are the notes on the line, with the line going through it, of the treble clef. We'll talk about that in a sec. F, A, C, E. That's what spaces tell me. Bass. All right, so the treble clef, also known as the G clef, because it circles the note G. So this little circle here circles the note G. If there's a note on this line here, that one is a G. From there, you can really find every single note. You don't have to memorize with the lines and the space notes. However, it can be a lot faster. So if you remember, the spaces spell face. So put your face in the space and like a warm embrace. The lines can be memorized by thinking every grizzly bear deserves fish, or even Garfield buys dog food, or every good boy does fine, or every good boy deserves fudge. So many different ways to remember it. But there's another trick, and it involves the alphabet. So remember our musical alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H is not in music. We have to start over at A. So going up, we've got A, and then we've got B, and then we've got C, D, E, F, G, going line, space, line, space, line, space, line, space, line. We can actually keep going above the music staff, space, and then line, 2 of them, to show that it's that much higher than the music staff. You can find the note way up here by just counting the alphabet. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So here was C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. So that note is just a D. It's just a really high D. If you wanted to go backwards, you can as well. So if we've got our alphabet written up here, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. If you wanted to go backwards, G, F, E, D, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, B, A, G. And if you want to think about it quick, you can just spell a couple of different words. Bag. Once you eat what's in the bag, you have been well fed. See? It's that easy. B-A-G-F-E-D-C, B-A-G-F-E-D-C. So going backwards or going left, here was our B-A-G. We could continue down F-E-D-C. Same thing, we can add ledger lines below the staff to get lower notes, and above the staff to get higher notes. So if I put a note right here, you can find that 2 different ways. You can think, okay, is this on the line or in the space? Obviously, it's not got a line going through the middle of it, so it's in the space. So you can think about your face. F-A-C-E. This one was on the C, or in the C space. Or if you think about your treble clef, remember it circles the G. then you can just count your alphabet. So G, and then we start back at A, B, C. So there's two different ways to get to that. Now there's a website that I'll send you to that you can get some great practice on learning the notes on the staff. All right, so the staff game, which will help you learn the notes on the staff, is going to be musictheory.net. Notice theory has an O in it. So here we go, musictheory.net, and then you're going to go to exercises, and you're going to find note identification. Now, it's going to give you a lot of different options that we don't need just yet. I just want it to be a little easier. So go to the settings up here, and in the treble range, I want you to raise the bottom. Let's just start with on the staff. So starting on the bottom line and the top line. And then go back, accidentals. And then on accidentals, I want you to turn that off. And then you can go back out and you may begin. Just you make sure not to use the sharps or the flats. You're only using the ones in the middle. This one's in the space, and it's the second space, so F-A-C-E, going from bottom to top, and that was an A. Going up the lines, this one's got a line going through it, so even Garfield buys dog food. D. D. And then if you get one wrong, that's okay. So that's in the space. If I was thinking the alphabet backwards, G, and I thought D, that was wrong. The letter before G in the alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, F, or the first space in space is F. And you can go through and get as many as you can. I'd love to see a screenshot of your score if you get a lot of them, get through a lot of them. Even if you don't do so well and you get a lot of wrong answers, it's still good that I can see that you've tried and you've practiced.